severe weather.
It's been a challenge because we've had more storms, one right after another.
Scary moments caught on camera at a city building. This is just one part of our storm coverage that will show you how Irving is responding. Digging in.
It's a great time to live in Irving, great time to play in Irving.
Leaders celebrate the start of construction at the new Lee Park pool. Find out how it fits into a larger vision for aquatics and recreation. Caring Canine.
She's going to be able to bring so many smiles and happy hearts.
We have a heartwarming story on the new facility dog that will be helping people at Irving's Family Advocacy Center. Plus, summer fun at Fritz Park and previewing the Independence Day events. Now on City Source. Stocking school supplies this summer. The Irving Schools Foundation is looking ahead to the next school year. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. Find out how you can help in a few minutes. But first, a big step forward in the $92 million citywide plan to elevate aquatics and recreation in Irving. We were at the groundbreaking for a new pool coming to Lee Park.
This is Samantha. She's almost 5 months.
Inside Irving's Lee Park Recreation Center, Natalia Svirgun is learning about something new.
Yeah, I just found out today. Wonderful.
Summer fun is big in her family.
My older one, she started swimming when she was probably 1 year old. So yeah, I think even from this age, we already do pool time.
And this groundbreaking means pool time is coming. Leaders pose for pictures as they celebrate the new pool coming to Lee Park Recreation Center.
It's exciting times in the city of Irving.
The existing pool closed a few years ago after weather damage.
This is the only pool we've ever had, and it's small.
I grew up in Lee Park Pool and Rec Center. A lot of memories, a lot of friends made at this pool.
All of my kids were swimming in this pool while it was still operational.
Soon, in place of this basic box, Lee Park will have this, a brand new pool full of features.
You're gonna have a big slide with a run out on it, a smaller slide for the smaller kids.
The biggest one for me probably is the shade.
You got swimming lanes. There's a lot of people like myself that are older that would rather do laps.
We'll have a zero entry area for the little ones to be able to walk in and feel comfortable with some play features and some bubbler features in there.
It's not just a hole in the ground, it's got some things that they can do.
This is the first project to move forward as Irving elevates aquatics and recreation. Next up, Center Park.
Center Park is going to be amazing. We're going to take out the old neighborhood pool.
We're going to be putting it back, but we're actually going to be enclosing it as well and incorporating it as part of the existing rec center.
It's going to be an anchor for that part of town. It's going to have indoor water slides.
Taking it to that level where people can actually use the facilities 12 months a year instead of just a couple months during the summer.
Then we're going to begin up at Mustang. Now that's going to be a complete rebuild of the Mustang. We're going to be doing a multi-generational full capacity facility where we're going to have the indoor aquatics, the indoor recreation, senior center component.
Mustang is the crown jewel of this.
And we're going to be doing all three of these projects at the same time. That's extraordinary. That is about a $100 million investment in aquatics and recreation facilities in this city.
And teens are sharing ideas for what new amenities they would like to see added at Lively Point Youth Center.
We're taking care of the south, the middle, and the north parts of the city with redos of our aquatic and recreation centers. Why are we doing this? Because our residents said that this was a priority.
I'm just really excited about this, and here we go.
Here at Lee Park, work is already getting underway.
To have all the amenities to it, I think it's going to be really, really exciting for all the residents and the kids that are around this neighborhood.
Can't wait for a year from now to have the ribbon cutting on this.
Actually, Irving looks like better and better place to live. We just moved here 2 years ago, and I guess we will stay.
Stay and swim at new facilities coming to Irving.
This is amazing.
On a related note, the city will host a public input meeting to discuss the new indoor pool coming to Center Park Rec Center. That meeting is set for Tuesday, June 18th at Center Park Rec Center. You can learn more about the overall plan for aquatics at cityofirving.org/playirving. And the city has a range of facilities open this summer. Aquatic centers, spray parks, and the Center Park Pool. Find all that you need to know for a fun visit at cityofirving.org/aquatics. And there is more summer fun at Fritz Park. The Animal Connection Experience is open through July 28th. Saturdays will feature special surprises such as animal races, craft projects, and more. It's open Thursday through Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. On Sundays, the hours are noon to 5. Admission is $4 for Irving residents. All of us have been dealing with the effects of severe weather. We have the compelling caught-on-camera moments and the information you need to know for the ongoing recovery. Let's look at some of the impacts in the city of Irving. First, solid waste services. Crews are picking up about 176 tons of brush a day. Even so, the amount remaining from the storm is overwhelming. The Solid Waste Services Director says residents should continue to place brush curbside, but keep in mind that collection may not always occur on your regular collection day. He estimates it will be 4 to 6 weeks before brush collection returns to normal. Also know that if the brush is free of trash or other materials, it will be mulched at the landfill. Above all, the team is asking for patience as they overcome this challenge.
Our solid waste crews are doing an incredible job out there. There's a big mess out there with all the wind that we've had recently. They're going out there even on their typical days off to clean things up.
Now, watch this. Take notice of the top of your screen. Exterior security cameras caught the moments that a microburst hit.
A microburst occurred around the North Police Station. It was fairly localized, but it impacted several businesses in the area as well as the studios at Las Colinas and the North Hills Prep School.
Here is another moment to see as a Parks and Rec employee is leaving that facility in the department's operations trash vehicle. You can see wind destroy a fence, and then as we switch angles, you see flying metal narrowly miss that vehicle. All of this happened on June 1st.
We had another microburst Sunday afternoon that hit the same spot and caused some additional damage.
This drone video provides a look at the aftermath of that facility on Riverside. Irving's Office of Emergency Management reports that the metal you see on the roof is from a destroyed carport at a nearby building used by the Dallas County Utility and Reclamation District.
The troops rally and everybody comes together and does what they need to do to ensure that the city keeps moving forward.
Also, portions of the Campion Trail remain closed to users, and it could be a while before everything is open. Lake levels are high across the region, and water will be released downstream.
Even if it's a beautiful sunny day, just because of the amount of water that's being released from those lakes, it's going to flood our facility. So I'm anticipating anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks that we're going to be impacted by flooding down on our trail system. And a lot of that depends on how much additional rain we get.
The parks team is telling people not to go around barricades. Standing water can conceal dangerous chemicals, downed power lines, and sharp debris. Let's rewind to the start of this spell of severe weather. On May 28th, hurricane-force wind and rain toppled trees and led to power outages. Our crews saw City of Irving streets crews from the Traffic and Transportation Department working to clear debris.
The first day alone, the streets department removed over 75 trees from roads. And it's not just the men who are out there in the field, it's also the office staff. We're dealing with signal lights that are out because all the Encore power was out. So we have to work on that.
And check out some of this police dash cam and body cam video the department shared with us from that storm. In one clip, you could see a police vehicle helping to clear a street by dragging a tree out of the way. Officers responded to a lot of calls across the city. And the Irving Fire Department shared pictures on Facebook of the firefighters responding to several fires caused by high winds and downed power lines.
The most important thing that we have from our employees is the dedication and the work ethic to just get out there and do it and get our residents' lives back to normal. That's why we're here.
It's not just one department. We all join together and we assist each other to get all of this taken care of.
We have compiled a list of resources to help people affected by the storm at cityofirving.org/storm-relief. Also, a reminder that you can stay up to date with city advisories and news by following the City of Irving on social media and by signing up for email newsletters at cityofirving.org/join. Now to a special story. The Irving Police Department has a new member of the team. Jetta is now working at the Family Advocacy Center. She just graduated from Canine Companions in Irving, and we got to learn all about what she will be doing. Employees at the Irving Police Department's Family Advocacy Center are getting to know their newest coworker. She's named Jetta.
Oh my gosh, we're so over the moon excited for her.
A gift. I think she's going to be so special for our clients.
To help tell Jetta's story, it helps to know some history.
With facility dog Ritter III.
Back in 2018, Ritter graduated after special training at Canine Companions in Irving. He went to work at the FAC, comforting young crime victims, and even traveling to Uvalde to work with witnesses of the tragic school shooting.
The job duties for Ritter is he meets with kiddos when they come in for a forensic interview. And so he's meeting with them right after that critical incident.
Ritter is in our victim services department and very in demand.
Ritter has stayed very busy. We've seen a significant increase in child abuse reporting over the last 3 years.
Heather's department, victim services really serves that immediate crisis, and then we serve more long-term.
They come down to counseling and they're like, where's Ritter?
They wanted Ritter to be in their therapy session, and so we had to figure out a way to get a dog to help those kids and have a continuity of care for them.
The new dog is going to be a gold class member of our very own local community of Irving. And
now
today,
they have Jetta. She just graduated from Canine Companions in Irving. Jesse Hensel is handing over the leash.
You can now pass the leash. Jetta won't wait. Congratulations, guys.
Jetta is a dog that I got at 8 weeks old when she was just a little puppy that I have raised for Canine Companions, specifically with a club called Two Step. It's Tulane University's service dog training program.
As a volunteer puppy raiser, Jesse Hensel taught Jetta basic commands and helped get her socialized before advanced training in Irving. Just before graduation, they enjoyed a brief reunion.
So it was so good to see her. As hard as it is turning in these puppies that we've known for 16 months, it's so worth it.
When you first heard that this dog is going to be working in a counseling center, what went through your mind?
I actually began to cry because it's exactly what I wanted for her. While I was a college student and Jetta was with me, whether people were studying for finals or my sorority sisters were going through breakups, Jetta was always there to sit with them, be with them, and provide them comfort. So it just felt like exactly the job that she was meant for.
Being a puppy raiser is such a special thing, and I love the fact that she raised this dog for us and for our children.
We're just eternally grateful.
You want to be a stoic, huh?
Jetta is already getting to work.
I hope that she is able to soothe kids that come into our facility. They have had such a hard life, and being able to connect with something so positive and so happy, it's going to be phenomenal.
We're just very grateful for Canine Companions and everybody that's allowed us to do this.
There is plenty of need for caring canines and room for these dedicated dogs at the Family Advocacy Center.
Ritter and Jetta just met and they love each other, so they're going to be best friends.
Friends and co-workers making a big difference for children in Irving. Great to see that. And there are so many interesting tales to tell from Canine Companions. And on a future edition of City Source, we will be sharing the story of some local puppy raisers and following them through the process of working with Sparty. A runoff election is set for June 15th for City Council Single-Member District, Place 4. The candidates are Susan Motley and Luis Canosa. Early voting runs through June 11th. Then Election Day, as I mentioned, is on June 15th. Irving residents in District 4 may vote at any Dallas County polling location during early voting and on Election Day. The full list of locations is at dallascountyvotes.org. There is also information at cityofirving.org/elections. School's out for the summer, but some volunteers and donors are already thinking about when that first school bell rings and classes resume in August. The Irving Schools Foundation's annual Supplies for Success drive is underway. Crystal Scanio is president and CEO of the foundation and joins us now. Welcome back to the program, Crystal.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And this is something we always want to talk about because there is a need in Irving ISD. Tell me about that need you're seeing.
Yeah, the need continues to grow. We're pulling our kids together and really looking at the resources that we can provide to them. And every year the number grows.
So how can people help?
Well, we definitely need school supplies, new and gently used, can be dropped off at the fire departments. We are in desperate need of volunteers. We're anticipating probably about 10,000 children coming through, so we need lots of hands, lots of fun smiles. We want it to be a fun event for the kids, but also we want to make sure they get everything they need.
And talking about volunteers, we see businesses, we see civic organizations come out, and they have a good time putting these backpacks together.
It is so much fun. Every year we have huge groups of volunteers that come in, and I think everyone thinks that It arrives the day of, but there's really a whole month of prep work leading up to it where all of our volunteers, like you said, come in and do some teamwork and build these backpacks for our kids.
And let's talk about who gets these backpacks. How are those recipients chosen?
We are very careful about the students that we pull. We want to make sure that those that truly, truly need it get it first. And then we always also have access for other kids as well. So we pull it based on federally funded programs, and we invite about 16,000 to 18,000 kids every year.
And let's talk about the event where people pick up the supplies. That has evolved into quite the big celebration and education.
It has. We get a lot of feedback from our school counselors of what they want to see at the event, and we love that. So now we have an attendance initiative where parents can learn about why it's so important to send your kids to school. We have haircuts, we have vision checks, dental checks, resource fair, backpacks, and of course the fun stuff that the kids love, like the bounce houses and such.
Yeah, and some of us city colleagues are there educating people on city programs as well. And while we have a second, I want to touch briefly on Food for Thought, because that program just marked a significant milestone. For people who aren't familiar, tell me about Food for Thought.
Food for Thought's a program to combat hunger in Irving ISD. So we provide weekly bags to our students, about 2,000 bags a week right now, to make sure our students have their bellies full and they come to school every single Monday ready to learn. Of course, over the summer, we're attempting to try and feed students as well, but it's a huge initiative. And we're very, very blessed to have been able to do it with the support of the community and all of the businesses that are here.
Yeah, another initiative that you're seeing a lot of volunteers help out on. Crystal Scanio, thanks so much.
Thank you, Thomas.
Find a list of needed supplies, drop-off sites, and other information at cityofirving.org/supplies. And I won't forget the men who died to give them right to me. Patriotic music from the Silvertones was part of the Irving Veterans Memorial Park Committee's annual Memorial Day ceremony. People gathered at the Jack D. Huffman Community Building to honor and remember those who died serving the country. During the program, former City Councilman Oscar Ward donated a sign to the committee. It recognizes Irving's designation as a Purple Heart City. Attendees also heard tributes from guest speakers.
It's an honor to join with you as we remember all the men and women who have served and paid the ultimate sacrifice for the freedom and comforts we enjoy in our country today.
I did have joys while I was in the service. 22 different countries visited. 2 ancient wonders of the world visited. And now I get to teach young Americans about that as a teacher, which is one of my greatest privileges, is to continue to serve my community as a teacher.
Following that ceremony, attendees moved to Veterans Memorial Park next door for a wreath-laying ceremony. A reminder that the park is open year-round.
We want this park to be here forever. We want it to be as beautiful as it is forever. And we want you and everybody in the city of Irving to come to Veterans Memorial Park. Walk through it, sit in it, read the things that are inscribed there, look at the sculpture that is installed there, and remember why it's there.
The city dedicated that park in 2009. Irving will celebrate Independence Day with a 2-day event. Sparks and Stripes starts Wednesday, July 3rd at 7 p.m. with fireworks and a drone show after 9 p.m. at Levy Event Plaza. Organizers are recommending that attendees bring blankets or chairs to enjoy the show. Parking will be available in nearby garages for $10. The fun continues July 4th at 9 a.m. with a parade through the Irving Heritage District. Applications to participate in that parade are available at irvingevents.org. They are due June 18th, and participants can choose to be judged in one of several categories. Planning for the city's next fiscal year budget is underway. Irving's budget team is looking for resident suggestions and other feedback on what should be considered. Public input sessions are set for June 13th and June 27th at 7 p.m. at Irving City Hall. To learn more about the city's budget, visit cityofirving.org/budget and ask questions of the budget team or make comments by emailing askthebffs@cityofirving.org. In this case, BFF stands for Budget Fiscal Friends. Adoption of the budget is scheduled for September 12th, and the new fiscal year starts on October 1st. The city is sharing the word about a program to help qualified first-time homebuyers. The Down Payment Assistance Program is made possible by the Home Investment Partnership Grant of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. There's more information and an application at cityofirving.org/downpayment. Irving police have new technology to help keep the community safe. On the next City Source, go inside the Real-Time Crime Center and find out how officers are using cameras and other intelligence to aid in their response. Also, a destination for travelers who are gamers. We will go inside a business at DFW Airport that is making a big move. Those stories and much more next time on City Source. Remember, you can always email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. Also find us on YouTube at youtube.com/thecityofirving. We are always adding new content, so it is a good idea to subscribe. And while you're there, hit that like button on the videos you watch and leave us some positive comments. And you can look for updates on events and initiatives across the major social media platforms at the City of Irving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.